So let's continue chapter number 6, division, part 7. So children, today we will see how to divide a number by 10, 100 and 1000. So children, to divide a number by 10, write the ones digit of the number as remainder and the other remaining digits as quotient. So for example, just see here children, the question here, 826 divided by 10. So here 826 is the dividend, whereas 10 is divisor here. So you just see here children, how many zeros are there in the divisor? Only one zero is there. So we will write the ones digit of the number. And what is the right digit, ones digit of the number here? That is 6 here. So that 6 will be the remainder. Okay, the digit which is at the ones place will be the remainder, whereas the other remaining digits will be quotient. So if in this number 826, 6 is remainder here, so remaining digits, it means this 82 here, 8 into 82, that will be the quotient. Okay, and this digit which is at the ones place of the dividend, it means 6, that will be our remainder. Okay, or you just count the number of zeros in the divisor. How many zeros are there in the divisor? How many zeros are there followed by 1? After 1, only 1 0. So what we will do? We will just see the first digit which is at the ones place. Okay, we will only see the digit which is at the ones place, that will be the remainder, whereas the remaining digits will be quotient. Okay, so in this case you can see this, that the quotient, thus the quotient is 82 here and the remainder is 6 here. Okay, now let's see the another example. Now children, to divide a number by 100. In the previous slide we just saw how to divide a number by 10. Now to divide a number by 100, write the number formed by the tens and ones digits as remainder and the other remaining digits as quotient. So you just see here children, how many zeros are there in the divisor? 2 zeros are there. In 100 you can see 2 zeros are there. So the digit, now we will see the digit starting from the ones place here and we will move towards left side. And then we will just take the 2 digits, means the digit which is at the tens and the digit which is at the tens and ones place. So what is the digit? What will be the number formed by the tens and ones digit of the dividend? That will be 14. Okay, or you just see here the number of zeros, 2 zeros. So 1, 2. So this number which is at the tens and ones place of the dividend, that will be the remainder, whereas the remaining digit, now what is the remaining digits here? 2 and 7, it means 27, that is our quotient. Okay, so in this case, in this question, the quotient is 27 and the remainder is 14. Okay, so simple it is children, only you have to count the number of zeros followed by 1. After 1 you have to just see the number of zeros and then you will start counting from the ones place of the dividend and then you will move towards left. So how many zeros are there? 2 zeros. So we will move towards ones and tens digit and that will be the number which will be our remainder, whereas the remaining digits will be the quotient. Okay, now let's see one more example. Now to divide a number by 1000, write the number formed by the hundreds, tens and ones digits as remainder and remaining digits as quotient. Now here you just see, children, how many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3. 3 zeros are there. So we will start from ones place of the dividend. So ones, tens, hundreds. Okay. So that number will be that 807 will be the remainder, whereas the remaining digit or digits will be the quotient. So what is the remaining digit here? 3. So that 3 is quotient. Okay. So to divide a number by 1000, what do we do? We just write the number formed by the hundreds, tens and ones place, ones digit as remainder and remaining digit are considered as quotient. So in this case our quotient is 3 and the remainder is 807. Okay. Just count the number of zeros followed by 1. After 1, how many zeros are there? You will count the number of zeros and then from the ones place you will move towards left. Okay. And then that many the count of the number of zeros that you have counted in the divisor, those many digits will be forming the remainder in your dividend. Okay. So in this way, children, we divide the number by 10, 100 and 1000. Now let's see some examples and you should be able to answer them. Okay. So let's see the first question. 458 divided by 10. So can you tell me the answer? What will be the quotient and what will be remainder here? Just see the number of zeros in the divisor. 1 0, it means that 8. Okay, that will be the remainder, whereas quotient will be the remaining digits. What are the remaining digits then? 4, 5, 45. Okay. Now just see second one. 7368 divided by 10. So now what will be the remainder and what will be the quotient? Again, just see how many zeros are there in the divisor. Only 1 0. So it means the digit which is at the ones place will be the remainder, whereas the remaining digits, now what are the remaining digits here? 7, 3, 6. It means 736 is quotient, whereas remainder here is 8. Now let's see the third example. 5861 divided by 100. Now how many zeros are there? 1, 2. 2 zeros are there. So we'll start from ones place, ones, tens. It means that 61 will be remainder, whereas remaining digits, it means 58 is our quotient. Okay. So simple it is. You don't have to divide it and then you have to see. It means it is very simple. Only you have to count the number of zeros that are followed by 1. After 1, how many zeros are there? That only you have to count, and then you can find very easily your quotient and remainder. Now just let's see the next example. 6427 divided by 100. Now again see how many zeros are there? 1, 2. So we will start from ones and tens. It means 27 is the remainder, whereas quotient is 64. Simple. Now in the next example, 1953 divided by 1000. So what will be the quotient and what will be the remainder? How many zeros are there? First you count the number of zeros. 1, 2, 3. So we'll start from ones, tens and then hundreds. It means 953 is the remainder, whereas what will be the quotient? Quotient is 1. Got it, children? Simple. So in this way we can divide and find the quotient and remainder if the divisor is 10, 100 or 1000. Okay. Now children, let's see division when dividend and divisor end with zeros. So how we can find how we can divide when the dividend and divisor both are ending with 0 or zeros. So when the dividend and the divisor both end with zeros, cancel the common number of zeros from both and then divide. This is called cancellation method. Now using this cancellation method, how we can divide? Let's see one example. Like 350 divided by 20. What we will get? That we can do very easily with the help of cancellation method. So let's see. So same question it is 350 divided by 20. So what is 350 here? 350 is dividend, whereas divisor is 20. So here children, we will cancel the common number of zeros in both the divisor and dividend. So you can see here in the dividend also at the ones place, in the ones place we have 0, and in the divisor also in the ones place we have 0. So we will cancel both the zeros, common number of zeros. And now we will divide that 35 by 2. So let's divide here 35 divided by 2. So 2 ones are 2. We'll subtract 1. Now we'll bring down that 5. Now 2 sevens are 14 because 2 eights are 16 will be more. So 2 sevens are 14. Now 5 minus 4, 1, and 1 minus 1, 0. So in this case children, what is our quotient here? Quotient, Q stand for quotient is 17, whereas what will be the remainder? We will write that 1, and again we will add the common number of zeros that we cancelled in both the dividend and divisor. So we will add that 0 again here in the remainder to get the answer. Okay. So in this case, what will be the quotient? 17 and remainder is 10. Why we added that 0 here again? Because you just divide that and you just see what you will get as remainder. Like suppose 20, and then here we will write 350. So 20 ones are 20 first we will do. Then when we will subtract, we will get 5 and here 1, 0. Now 27s are 140. So you can see here what remainder did we get? We get here as 10, remainder as 10. So that's why although we cancelled here the common number of zeros and then we divided, but still while writing the answer we will add again those common number of zeros that we cancelled in both the dividend and divisor. We will add them back to the remainder, okay, to get the answer. We will not do anything to quotient. Quotient will be as it is. Only while writing the remainder, if there is any remainder, we will add those cancelled number of zeros back to the remainder. Got it children? Please that you keep in note, okay, that you remember that you have to add the common number of zeros again to the remainder. Okay. Now let's see the next example. Now 42,800 divided by 400. So what is dividend here? Dividend is 42,800, whereas the divisor is 400. So how many zeros, common number of zeros are there? Common number of zeros are that you can see at the ones place we have zeros in both the dividend and divisor. Then again in the tens place, there you can see in the tens place of both the dividend and divisor we had zeros. So we have cancelled them, okay, the common number of zeros, and now we will divide that 428 by 4. So 4 ones are 4, okay. Now we'll bring down that 2, but 2 is smaller, so how many times? 4 0 times. So we'll get 0 only here. Now that 2, now we'll bring down that 8 here. So 4 sevens are 28. So that will be cancelled. It means, what is the quotient obtained here? Quotient is 107. And what will be the remainder, children? Is there any remainder? No, there is no remainder. Remainder is 0 here, because that number is completely divisible, isn't it? Okay. So children, in this way we divide the number by 10, 1000, 100 and 1000. So that's all for today, children. Thank you.